Hi and howdy campers. Today we have the Tater Cowgirl cooking rodeo from my 2019 Coachman Leprechaun 270 QB Class C motorhome. I promised you I will do that and we can do it. I have a wonderful recipe I want to share with you because that's one maybe an RVer can use now and then. And it's thousands of years old, older than Jesus. So it's not something new somebody came up with. It's really an old recipe, and I do not take credit for it. I saw the recipe at the Hillbilly Kitchen, my husband's favorite cooking channel, and Becky, who runs the Hillbilly Kitchen channel, she is not whole plant based or vegan, but I see a lot of recipes that inspire me to do a vegan version, a whole plant based version, low fat. And my husband just loves her. My husband eats meat, so my husband just loves her old-timey cooking. And yeah, I have to cook for him recipes she shows. So I'm happy to do that. I don't force anybody to eat like I am. He sees the changes that happened to me. I lost 118 pounds. I gained 20 back when I started eating vegan junk food, not living whole plant based anymore. So in other words, a lot of processed foods. But I'm already lost again since I'm back on my, pretty much back on my diet, my whole plant based diet. I lost 6 pounds already again. So it works, and it's a healthy way of eating. And I'm trying to show you something today in my camper, and remind me, or Eddie is here too, the dogs are here, that I show you the camper. I give you a little 180 tour or 360 tour once we are done cooking. So you see what we are living in right now. We are in the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Bell RV Park at San Juan Bautista. And it is very pet friendly. It has 3 major big dog areas. One is an off-leash dog park, and 2 are, you have to, with leash, you can walk the paths and on the grass. And it has a heated pool outside and showers and everything. So it's full hookups, pull through. The site is so big. We have our Jeep Wrangler tote, which we tow with the RV. Behind us, I would have space for a second car even when my daughter would come visiting. And we have a bench outside, a picnic bench, and it's really wide spaces and nice setting and rural like I like it. Very quiet, except of right now when somebody has to mow the lawn, some maintenance guy right when I record. But it's really quiet here in San Juan Bautista. And if you know San Juan Bautista, that's where they have a mission, a very good to visit one. And this mission is the one where Hitchcock shot a few of his scenes for Vertigo. So it's actually a very famous town. Very good restaurants here, so it's worth visiting for all my nomad friends out there and RVers and who like to go camping. This is a place to be, betterbellrv.com, and visit San Juan Bautista, which is in my local neighborhood. I'm from Gilroy. And why am I here, you ask? Oh well, we get our house fumigated right now. This is the last step of our remodel, which started last November. The remodel of hell during COVID. And the fumigation was the last thing we had to do together with our neighbors. And it's 3 days, they put the tent over your house, and you have to take all the food and medicine and cosmetics out. And usually we are not that loaded in our RV like right now, but we had to take everything out of the house we couldn't leave in. So that's why it looks a little bit more cramped than it usually looks. We don't have that much stuff usually. What else can I tell you? Yeah, Bell RV Park. So Bell is the Spanish word for sugar beet. and the sugar beet alley is where we are in. I will put a few photos in addition to that video to show you a little bit. And Wi-Fi is okay, but I think it's not enough to stream on YouTube. So we will be back in the house Sunday. I guess this is when this YouTube will go on, this video. I don't think I can do it from here, but anyway, at least I cook from here. Now, what are we doing today? So, if you're in an RV, you know, you always forget something, right? And in our case, if you forget bread, I'm showing you unleavened bread made in the pan. So no oven. I have an oven here, but you don't need an oven. You don't need yeast, which is sometimes not easy to get when you're out in the boonies. That RV park has a supermarket with it, so I guess they have a little stuff. But that's a good way to bake bread. And I show you, we make little buns. It should be, the recipe is enough for 8 buns. And I love that recipe from Hillbilly Kitchen. I put Hillbilly Kitchen link in this YouTube because they have the credit. I just did it a little bit different to, you know, to have it whole plant based and vegan. Okay, all right, let's get started. We need, Becky used self-rising flour. Of course, I'm in a campground. I don't have self-rising flour, so I'm making my own one. It's 2 cups of all-purpose. I have King Arthur all-purpose flour. That's what I like, the King Arthur flour. Okay, so we use 2 cups. 1. 2. And then in order to substitute, because it's not self-rising, we need 3 teaspoons. Yeah, Eddie is assisting me with the recipe. 3 teaspoons. Eddie, come here, say hi. We see her later too, but so 3 teaspoons of baking powder.
Hi.
Okay.
And 1/2 teaspoon salt.
3 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon salt. Self-rising flour contains salt, so if you have self-rising flour, do not add more salt. It gets too salty. Oops. Stop dropping stuff again, so nothing changed. I'm telling you, I saw the house yesterday. Looks like a circus tent. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon salt. There. Pick up the lid. Okay. And I need a spatula to move it around. So I go in the underbelly of my container here, of my cabinet. There you go. There you go. And I mix all that first, because we substituted for self-rising flour. Oh, one thing I have to do. We make it in a pan. This is a, you know, non-stick pan. And we have to heat the pan, so don't start it. Well, we can do this later because I have to let it rise a little. Okay. Never mind. I don't want to confuse you. Okay, so here is our flour mixture. So we had that done. And we only need a cup of any kind of milk. Becky used buttermilk. You can use, we use almond milk, oat milk. This is oat milk, almond milk, soy milk. So you can use any kind of milk, a cup. And we need oil. So I do not use oil. In this case, you have to. It's a 1/4 cup, so it's not that much for 8 buns. I think it is okay for that. And that's all that's in there, by the way. So I have that leftover olive oil, which I use. It's my little camper oil, because I really don't use a lot of oil. Even my husband doesn't use a lot. But we need to, here we need it, so a quarter cup of olive oil. Put that in the sink. You see my little thing here, I have that on top. It's a double sink I have, and I have that on top of it. And you see it has a little thing for putting your sponge in or washing vegetables. It's really helpful. It's a double sink, and then I actually can put that up. I have an additional workspace which we need today, so I can actually work. And here's my oven. It works pretty good, I have to say. I love the leprechaun. We didn't want slide outs because we want to go through and go to the bathroom when we drive, and we don't want to have anything crammed in with slide outs. And slide outs for us is just another thing that can go bad and you have to repair it. So we liked it, and I tell you more later when I show you the leprechaun. So let's just get going here. I put that buttermilk in, then we mix it. But like biscuits, you do not over mix that. So we just make sure it's all mixed together. It's not, you know, separated. But we don't do a lot of mixing here. Now we need a little flour, because it's a sticky dough. So you want to flour your surface a little bit. And then we let that go for like 2 minutes, and this is when we heat up our pan. So see, that's easy peasy. See that? It's already a dough. So we flour, I do it on my extra surface. Flour that a little bit. Flour my hands. Then we take that out and we do a little loaf first. Should be enough. You don't want to have it sticking to anything, so make sure you use flour. And here, you see it here, I let it go about 2 minutes. Then we go from there. Put that in here. Look, my nice camper towel. Neat. It fits with the, you see that one? On the wall I have little mittens, and same. Isn't it cute? I love my camper. New toy. So this is our, we already were in Death Valley last Christmas for a longer trip. This is a local trip. The next one will be to Crater Lake, Oregon in summer, July. And then we plan another California, more or less local trip to Buellton, Solvang, and I'm a member of Harvest Hosts. I don't know if you know Harvest Hosts. You can stay one night for free if you pay the membership. I paid like $84 for the whole year, and I can stay a night anywhere we want to, and we will use that to have local. I live in California. I mean, it's beautiful everywhere, you know. And we want to do local trips and, you know, wine tasting and stuff like that. So I'm going to use that. And then in next Christmas we already are booked for Arizona, Lake Havasu. We want to visit Seligman. I have German friends there who run a cafe there, Westside Lilo's Cafe. And I want to go on Route 66 and check out Kingman. I have a friend living there. And of course Quartzsite, the mecca of the RVers, of the nomads. And it's gonna be fun. And then another trip we we plan is to Bodega Bay to look at all the Hitchcock, the bird stuff. I was there once, but Clay never been there. He's from Texas, so he never been there since he moved here. So I want to show him Bodega Bay, which I think is a really neat place. So that's another one we do. Okay, now turn on the thing. That's one I had to learn in the RV. So what you do is you push in, and then you have to turn the spark, turn it on high. Okay, and now we put this on. The lid can wait until later. So we want to have that hot. Okay. The 2 minutes are over. Now we have to rise it again. I'll show you why. We put that over here. Actually, I can do that here too. I need a knife. Let's get that one out too. A knife, because we have to cut it. Let it rise again. Now we put this on low. Let it just heat up on low. Okay, let's get a little bit more flour. Yeah, it already got puffy a little bit. Okay, now we cut it in 4 quarters. 4 quarters. And every quarter we cut 1 more time. Alright. Yeah, I love RVing. I think I will end up in my retirement in the RV for a year at least. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 6, 8 quarters. One more thing. We form it to nice little rolls like this. See that? And this is a good way to have bread. So we will grill. I have some blackbeanburgers, and my husband will probably have a meat burger. And we have bread then for it. I make a salad with it, and that's dinner. My husband works, so he's not here on the campground. He went to work in Santa Clara, and we are here, you know, until the house is ready for us to go back. Which is probably when you see that movie, that video.
I can turn on my hotspot so you can publish it.
Yeah, we will see. We will try to get it earlier in, but I doubt it. I doubt it. Okay. Let that go another minute or two. Wash my hands in the meantime. Get rid of the thing. You don't need any oil in the pan. Nothing. It's not a fried bread or something. You don't need anything. And as I said, this recipe, and I researched it. Becky mentioned this in her hillbilly kitchen. I researched it. This is what in the Old Testament was already mentioned. Unleavened bread. Okay. You can research it. This is nothing invented by nomads or other people in our time. I think it's hot enough. Let's see. Let's put it up a little. It's with those camping cookers, you know, it's a little hard to... You have to leave it 5 minutes on low when you have the bread in, and then we turn it in another 5 minutes on the other side, and then you have your bread done. Amazing, huh? 10 minutes. And you have to leave the lid on. That's another thing. Oops. I think it's fine. I think it's okay. So we do 4 at a time. Don't do too many, because they get bigger. Okay. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. We have it on low. And we put the lid on. And I actually, because I have a little hole in there in the lid, you know, the little steam hole, I actually put my towel on top of it to make sure nothing gets out. So Eddie, look at the clock. Do you have a clock?
9:43.
5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes we have it on there. And then we have to turn it. So let me get a spatula to turn it. That might not work. I probably need a spatula. Better. Okay. Well, should I show you the... oh, let's cook first. You know what? We will get back to you when I turn it. Well, yeah, maybe I should stay here until we turn it, and then I can show you the RV a little bit. I just don't want to make the video too long. What else is to say? Yeah, it's a pain in the ass to do this fumigation, because you have to get everything out that's not sealed and not in a glass. So we took everything out, from medicine to food to refrigerated food, freezer. Everything has to be emptied. Everything has to be open. You cannot leave anything locked, like a toolbox or so. Everything has to be open. Then you have everything away from the house, a foot, so they dig up the grass, everything. The fence has to be gone. What else? Rocks we had on the house had to be removed. 1 foot from the house, everything has to be removed. And so that they could do it, but we had to do it. I mean, we found during the remodel, if you remember my video I showed you, when I showed you my new kitchen, we found termites in the wall. We had to replace the entire wall, and we have to fumigate, because, you know, if you find termites, there's more, you know. And the neighbor told us he found one too, so we just all went together and did it. Look at the clock.
I put a timer.
Okay. Eddie's my timer. What else can I tell you about the RV? We bought it, Cordelia RV, last year in November. And we really love our RV. It's just, we were always campers. We had a little camper shell on our old 1973, I want to say, or 5, Ford Ranger. It's an oldie. And we had an old-timey camper shell. And we loved going with that. And I sewed curtains for it. We called it the chicken coop, because I had little chickens on the curtain. It was cool for sleeping in it, and so we only had the camping gear outside and cooked outside, which was fine. But then we went home 1 year, and at Pacheco Pass Highway there was some wind, kind of, and our camper shell flew off the truck. It was horrible. Nothing serious happened. We were really lucky. We actually found most of our stuff, but the camper shell was gone. So it was. And then we sold the truck, and we decided, okay, at some point we want to have an RV. Okay. How much is it?
1 minute 36 seconds.
1 minute? Okay. I can smell them actually. I can smell them. So yeah, it's low. On my oven at home, it would be perfect because you can. It's hard to, in these little camping ovens. It's hard to do the low and high, and you know, they're not that sophisticated, but it will work. It will work. See my little coffee bar here. You know, I have my water, cooker here. Usually I have here my iPod, but I took it away so that you have more. You see more here. And this is my board. Is the vegetable thing that's on my sink. And we will soon, when I flip it, I will show you, and then let me open the window a little bit, and the thing here. Is it too loud? Ah, I just want to make sure we don't get to open that door too, Eddie. We have a fire thing here, and that always starts beeping when I'm cooking too, when I'm steaming up the place. Okay, thank you. It's over? Yeah. Okay. Let's take that off. Nice clock, Eddie. Okay. I notice those two are a little, I probably have to put them better on the oven. I will do that. But I want to show you how they look like. See that? And now we have them turned. They're back on the oven. Turn it a little bit up. Maybe on 2. To make sure they're really done. Okay? And now we let them go again, and after 5 minutes put your clock in again. After 5 minutes I will show you the ready bread, and then I give you a tour of the camper. See you soon. Yeah. Alright, we're back. And I show you the bread. Let's put that here for now. I want to get closer that you see it. Let me put one on the plate for you. Two. Oh, they got well. Yeah, they turned it out really well. Okay, get that one out. Give you 2, and then I will. Where's my knife here? Get a bread knife, and I will cut one open for you. It's not that easy in a trailer to be organized. I try though. Let me see. I have a bread knife here, and I do. I'm organized. Okay. Cut one open for you. Oh, they're really fluffy. Yeah, I go over to the camera I want you to see that. Look at that. See how that's the brown kind of they should get. And I opened it. It's nice and fluffy. Really good bread. Eddie, you want to try a piece?
Sure. Is it hot?
No, it's okay. Really good, huh? Good bread?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really good bread. You can do the whole, if you think that's not big enough for your burgers or for what you need it for, you can do the amount I give you and make giant ones. I'm happy about that. That's just the size I need for my black bean burgers. So I'm happy. And so good job with this hillbilly kitchen recipe, and I will put the other ones in now. It's still hot, so I put it here. I put the other ones in, and then I give you a tour of the RV, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I get 8 medium sized, and you can have 4 giant sized or the same size. Now I clean everything up before I show you the camper. I'm like that. I like showing people dirty kitchens. Okay. You see that surface here, that work surface, that was one of the things that I really liked on that leprechaun. We saw others like the Winnebago, and they didn't really have that much space to cook at. I really like that one. Of course, I need my Addie, my helper, to get it down. I'm not good at that one. You have to put it. Yeah, perfect. Okay, see, and then you have more space here to walk around. It's also important. And I put the lid on those. Turn it on low. Maybe I should put the towel back on. Yeah, that worked pretty well. Okay, on that little hole here. Okay, now I show you the camper. Now it's time. I better take you out of my big tripod. Okay, are you still here? Yeah, you're still here. Alrighty, here, so we do a 360. Here is our couch where the lazy dogs like to sit on their new pillows, dog pillows, and Eddie is with them and draws here. When we turn farther, you see the cab down here, the driving cab, and this is Eddie's cab over. It's a queen bed in there, so you can actually seat two people can sleep in here. The whole RV sleeps 8 people because the couch is a jackknife, that couch, so it will jackknife out in a bed, in a queen bed. And my daughter will sleep here when we go to Oregon, to Crater Lake. Then we have where my tripod stands. That is our little dinette. Can you see that? With cabinets on top, lighted ones. And I have the tripod on the table because I filmed for you. So this thing also, you can fold down the table, and it also goes into a queen bed. But we didn't want to do that. We wanted enough sleeping space because you hate putting up dinettes. You know, we want to have a place to sit and a place to sleep. Okay, here's the door. Right now, you see the outside. And now we go here. I go in front of you to explain to you. So this is the little kitchen I just cooked. Did you look at the 5 minutes that we turn it? Mm-hmm. And so we have a window here at the kitchen. We have you can see through when all the curtains are shut, so that is nice. Then here we have the little sink. Here's the additional work surface. My coffee bar. Usually I have the iPod here. You see the little tower with electricity. There is a plug. So I have tons of plugs. Then here, that's a microwave. A big one actually, I think. Oh, nice big one, camper microwave. I have an oven. So that's kind of neat to bake. And I have that range with 3 burners. It's enough for us. Then now we go further back. You see the master bedroom here. Let's go back here and I'll show you. So this is the master bedroom. It's cramped in here right now because, as I said, we have all the stuff in here. We usually have not in here because we have to get all the cosmetics and medicine and stuff. But it is nice. It's a queen bed. Plenty of storage. That's my space here. Can I show you that? The one with the big cupboard is my space. So ladies, you need to take the one here, the one with the big cupboard. Separate from the shower. And we are back here in the kitchen. And here is the cab over, the driver's thing in the back. You see the sofa with the dogs and the dinette. The cabinets are nice. And the kitchen here. There's the cabinets and oven range, microwave. Little workspace. And lots of plugs for our iPhone and stuff, so that's really nice. Okay, that's it. I hope you liked that show and hope to see you back in my nice kitchen at home soon for another Tater Cowgirl rodeo, as they say in California. Peace out. Pow, pow. Bye.